Good morning. Here I am once again with the wonderful and furry Remo, my good running buddy for this morning. So we double up on taking the dog out and going for a run, which is good for him. So I've been asked by a lot of people about fear, that there's been a lot of fear going on and kind of effective strategies to deal with it. So I thought I would address that here today. So one of my amazing leadership tribe mates, Lisa De La Roche, had an amazing video about this the other day, which was talking about the neuroscience behind fear and why we feel that response. So basically, fear is a totally normal neurological response to uncertainty and to kind of new situations. And so if you're feeling fear right now, if we're feeling fear right now, the good news is that that's completely and totally normal. It's a normal reaction to this. And so the question then is what to do with that fear. So if we kind of pretend like we don't have the fear, or if we sort of smoosh it down, it tends to do weird things. So when I lead workshops, I tell people it's like when you have a glass full of water and you put a stopper in the top of it and you try to smoosh down that water. So what happens? It kind of squirts out all over the place, right? And so the squirting out all over the place can be very ineffective, and it can actually have negative impacts, right? So it can be squirting out at your friends, like maybe kind of lashing out at people. It can be found in judgment. It can be found in kind of confusion. It can be found in anxiety. It can make and create a lot of different emotions around that, and it can be kind of squirted out in weird ways at the people that are around you. So what's an effective strategy for how to deal with it? Well, what we talk about in leadership development is you need to allow that emotion to flow through you and process through it. So once we acknowledge it, and then we say, okay, it's there, it's a totally normal response to a confused or uncertain situation, that's just what my brain does, then you allow it to flow through and you process it. So we actually have developed a really good, a good meditation for processing through that fear. I'm going to share it in my Facebook group, so if you're interested in getting that, you can find it in my Facebook group. Mostly because I just don't have the space to post all of this stuff up all over the place anymore. So you can find it in my Facebook group. And you can also go online. There are some really cool TED Talks that are about fear and about that fear response and what it means neurologically inside of us. So there you go. Process through it. Then you can transform it. We can transform it into a more helpful emotion. And I wrote a blog about that a couple weeks ago, so you can find that on my Facebook page as well if you're interested. All right, I love you all. Stay safe.